I kind of feel like I have fallen off the wagon. It has been a really busy past couple of weeks for me with work. I have had lots of last minute photo shoots come in, so lots of editing to do as well, and I kind of feel like burlesque has just kind of filtered off into the background, and we're on week 8, just over halfway, so I've only got 4 weeks left to complete this. And even though I have been busy, I do have to question, am I just slipping into my old habits of doing everything in the last 2 weeks before a deadline? And I don't want to do that. I want to have the choreo finished and have then those last 2 weeks to tweak and perfect things and get everything polished. So I need a boot at the backside, please, guys. Yeah, there's no excuse really. Half an hour a day, even if you're busy, it shouldn't be an issue. I own a dance studio. All of my work is in that studio. So my photography studio is upstairs. We have the aesthetics clinic downstairs next to the dance studio. I could literally just pop into the dance studio for half an hour and bash out some ideas and do some rehearsing, try something new. There really is no excuse. I have been working a lot from home because there has been a lot of editing, but I have been at the studio as well. So it really wouldn't take much to just put in half an hour here and there, even if it wasn't every day. I did last week manage to do a couple of hours choreo. Don't feel like I achieved an awful lot. I kind of spent a lot of the time walking around and trying to just feel the music. I may have got a few moves out of it, so when I revisit the choreo again, things could completely change. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully next week when I check in with you guys, I will be back on it and I will have done a lot more. And if I haven't, please punish me. I need punishment, I need discipline. To get me back on it and keep me going. The costuming is completely finished and everything looks so good and I am so pleased with it, and I think it's all going to work beautifully. I just need to get the choreo done, guys. That's all it is. So yeah, I must crack on, I must do it, must get that motivation back, and you know, it's going to be good for me in so many ways, not just, you know, bringing this burlesque act together, but also getting me moving again regularly, and just dancing is just such a joyful thing to do as well, that it's great for your mental health. So I think there are so many benefits. There are no excuses as to why I can't just fit in a little dance here and there. So I'm going to do it. I'm committing to it. And I think probably what I need to do is, rather than just say I'm going to do choreo this day, I need to fix a time in my day that is dedicated to doing that, and I stick with that. Because at the minute I have just been saying, right, choreo on a Thursday, and Thursday is over and done with before I know it, and I haven't done my choreo. So I'm going to go now and schedule all of that in and make sure that I'm fitting in the work that I need to do, as well as getting my choreo in, and try and get that balance right so that nothing gets left behind. So we are heading into week 9. Oh my god, I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. It would all be last minute panic. So my goal next week is to get at least half of the choreography done and dusted out the way. And I know it sounds completely crazy, this is just a 4-minute act that I'm trying to choreograph, but the amount of time it takes to choreograph 4 minutes is incredible. It takes ages, and you know, the best thing I find to do is to video everything that I do and watch it back and see what works and what doesn't work and pick things out. So you end up with hundreds and hundreds of videos to trawl through to try and pick out one move that you love. So it does take time. I am not a professional dancer. I did belly dancing for a few years and that is it. I think that's all the dancing that I have ever actually committed to doing properly. So it's whilst I've always loved dancing for fun, I've never studied it, so this isn't something that comes completely naturally to me. It's not a skill that I have perfected, so it probably takes me a little longer to do than a professional dancer would. But that's, you know, the beauty of burlesque is you don't have to be a professional dancer to do burlesque, and some of the best performers I have seen are not professional dancers, and it's all about your stage presence and your charisma and how you interact with the audience. And also facial expressions are so important, just letting yourself go and feeling everything and letting that come out in your facial expressions makes such a difference to an act. So if you're not a dancer but you've always been curious about wanting to do burlesque performances, just know you don't have to be a dancer. You just have to get into character and connect with the audience. That generally is what it is all about. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and hopefully next week things will have progressed a lot further, and if they haven't, please help me. Boot me up the backside. I need it. This has got to be done. I must stick to this deadline. I cannot fall off this at the last hurdle. I just can't do it. So please help me, support me, show me your love, and hopefully then in 4 weeks' time I will have a completely finished act for you guys to see.